What's up, everybody? Today we're back with another video. Today I want to talk a little bit about business. Shout out to Mill. If any of you all if any of you all haven't seen Ramil's video that he just put up, it just finished. Definitely check it out. It's a lot of great gems from a lot of different people. I'm gonna keep it a little bit brief, at least for right now. But yeah, man, there definitely need to be more transition into how to gain individual as well as group power, wealth, and influence. And really, what it's really about is just a higher quality of life. That's really all it's about. It's really where it starts. It's really where it ends. And what a lot of people don't really understand what a lot of people don't really understand is, you know, and let's keep it all over real. There's a lot of folks that just don't believe certain things are possible. They're comfortable in their own situation. They're comfortable in their own worldview. They're comfortable in their own, bubble, so to speak. No matter how good or how bad it is, because humans are very adaptable. Make sure I go right here. Um, and really, I'm gonna say this just right now, and I've said this before. It's really kind of sad, and I understand the whys behind it, but it's kind of sad when it's easier to talk to black women really about business and what could happen. And I'm not even talking about on some gaslighting motherfuckers. I'm talking about on some people that know what the deal is than it is to talk to black men about that shit. Because when you get black men that are really on point with shit like that, I mean they're fucking on point. But when you get like brothers in the mass and you haven't qualified a lot of them out, then you got folks that be on some stupid shit. And that just is what it is. But I was saying on Ramil stuff, because a lot of folks are saying some really good gems, some really highbrow stuff, some stuff you can definitely that is actionable. But I wanted to reinforce that there's a lot of stuff you can do if you're looking to flip your money and use like money that you have in order to like create faster investments. There's a lot of stuff that you can actually do. There really is. I mentioned the food truck industry, which is a growing industry. People talk about the marijuana industry, but that depends on what state you're in. That depends on how much money you're trying to deal with, how people you're trying to actually pull up with. But absolutely, the internet industry, the internet marketing industry, which is probably one of the easiest things you can do. The food truck industry, fixing cars on some like mobile mechanic type of shit. If you're into that type of shit, spurring like other industries and other stuff that you can actually get involved in. Um, but one of the things that I would say that all of y'all really need to look to is one of the keys of success is really partnering with people, your ability to network with people, your ability to learn and reinvest in yourself. And so you can have a greater ability individually to get things done. And then the third thing is probably your mindset. Those are probably the three killer things that make like the biggest difference in everything. Because if you don't, your ability to partner with people greatly expands and gives you the ability to leverage what you can do. Your ability to see value in other people and to actually take advantage of such value. Your ability to actually get shit done on your own by constantly redeveloping yourself, which actually puts you in touch with higher tier people. And then, like I said, the mindset that you have in order to really understand your finances, understand. And when I say mindset, let me say it in a way that a lot of people wouldn't think about. Nobody, you don't, here's the truth. The truth is, you don't have to live like a hermit, be a minimalist, and sacrifice, being happy, having fun, and doing what you do. Let's say I were to take somebody that they got shit they do, they like to have fun doing, and it's like they're not really not trying to do that. They like cars, they like this, they like that. It's not so much about what you do, it's about how you go about doing it. Yo, what's up, Mace? There's a smart way. There's a dumb way of doing everything. There's a smart way of doing everything. I'll give you a perfect example. Jay Leno has a fleet of cars. He has like 40 or 50 cars. Like he has 30 or 40 cars. It's a lot. And these are very antique cars, high-end cars, like really shit. But Jay Leno, what a lot of y'all don't know about Jay Leno is like the mechanics behind how he has those cars. Like the fight, it's not just he just bought a whole bunch of cars, he's paying a whole bunch of bills. That shit sitting there on some dumb shit. Jay, Jay Leno actually, Jay Leno actually has a car club, and with other people buy into those cars, so they could probably get a car for like a day or something. It's part of that car club. You know, he owns like a mechanic shop. So if those cars get fixed like that, he uses a lot of that as tax breaks. He probably gets depreciation of value. There's a structure behind how he goes about doing what he does in such a way that is not just completely cost taxing on him. That's stuff you don't see, and that's stuff that people don't pay attention to. Like he probably has a consultant or a lawyer or a tax person that shows him how to organize all of that in such a way. What's up, Lori? They organize that in such a way that it. But people don't think about that. I believe Baby has the same kind of setup. There's things that a lot of y'all don't see that when folks are trying to emulate what people are doing, when it comes to having multiple cars and multiple shit like that, they don't have the tax structure and the structures behind that in order to really support shit like that. So what happens is they end up looking stupid because they end up just blowing their money. And this is what folks are always saying when they're talking about people don't really know how to keep money. They don't know the difference between income and wealth because folks are trying to buy like trinkets. And there's a lot of ways. And even on take the car thing away. Like we have two outlet malls where I'm at. Like one is like 20 miles away, 25 miles away, and the other one's about 35 miles away, right? And they have all like boosts, all of the things, even like Michael Kors and Gucci and all of that, all the expensive shit. I've gone up there and I've checked. I've run them tags against things that I could get in Amazon and all of that brand new and all that shit. And like when they say you saving $300 or something, they're not lying because the same serial numbers and models of those clothes, I've seen it. The price differential in real time. My point is when folks, if you're somebody that likes to dress clothes and have all that, there's a smart way of getting things. There's a smart way of doing things, and people don't pay attention to that because they just go get it. And it's not so much about counting coins. It's really just about understanding why do you have what you have and what is the purpose behind it. Is there a purpose? Or is it just something you want? It's the same thing with technology. Because the more money you have, usually the more you can save just because your ability to get what you need and it pays for itself over time. But people don't really think about that. People stunting on some I just got it, some blowing money, dumb nigga shit, and people don't understand that. So anyway, that's like one of the things I wanted to put out there because it's not just yes, it's about making more money. Yes, it's about being in business, but it's also about having more of a business mind. It's more about understanding your own personal finances, the shit you do, and how that comes up, and not just assuming shit. Not just get stunting for what. Even the way people go about getting cars. I mean, there's a smart way of doing shit and there's a dumb way of doing shit. So anyway, I just wanted to really put that out there. For anybody, I'll put the link in the description soon enough when I get a chance. But definitely check out Ramil's video. It's a lot of good gems, especially he has two parts. Part with just him, and another part where it's another part where it's like a whole panel, and I got on there really at the end, and I dropped a couple of gems, but it's definitely something where it needs to be more business talk. There's always gonna be people, there's always gonna be channels that's dedicated to the bitch talk. Always, Obsidian ain't going nowhere. Archives, the shit's out there. People gonna comment on trending news. It's always gonna be stuff out there. But now it's really time for folks to start creating outcomes for themselves and because really people always talk about I'm going SYSBM. Going SYSBM ain't free. Your ability to get a high quality of life, you know, is going to be predicated on your ability to develop power. And it's not just about how much money you're making, it's about how much money you can keep and how much money you can get to for you. That's what it's really about. And that shit goes beyond pussy. You know, there's a reason why a lot of women are always complaining about niggas that don't do what the fuck they supposed to do. Because if you're a dude that's like sexually validated by females, as far as genetics go, and women are just fucking you just to fuck you, then guess what? You ain't gotta do shit. And those women get mad because those dudes know they don't gotta do shit, so they don't do shit. They're operating like a bitch. All I gotta do is fuck. And there's no, hey, I'm not hating on that. That is what it is. And they choose to deal with those motherfuckers, and they get what they get. And then, but at the end of the day, it's not whether that happens or doesn't have to happen. Whether that happens, position to do what you want to do. And too many people get hung up on what somebody else is doing or how these bitches are. It doesn't matter. Like, if dudes are talking about traveling, if dudes are talking about doing shit like that, that shit costs. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. Yeah, what's up, Alon? So anyway, I just want to put that out there, and then I'll probably end this video. Like I said, I wanted to make this brief. I wanted to give my kind of response to that conversation. It's definitely a conversation needed. There's definitely a lot of room for growth in that conversation. So yeah. So with that being said, this is Edward, signing off. Peace.